Right. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining the session today and being part of Family Mediation Week. My name is Sarah Hawkins and I am the Chief Exec of National Family Mediation, one of the largest providers of mediation in England and Wales. I'm also a member of the board for the Family Mediation Council. Today's session is to give you an idea of what family mediation is about and how it works and how it can help separating families work together to come to an agreement that is best for them and most importantly for the children. We are not medication, meditation or counselling. We work with parents that have already made the decision to separate and to help to start constructive conversations on what they want or foresee for the future of the family going forward. Family mediators help parents to turn arguments into agreements, to help them make decisions for the future, to enable them to move on with their lives. It helps them to focus on the issues affecting them both. For example, parenting, property and money, and what to do about it all now that they are separated. Family mediation is faster, cheaper and less stressful than going to court to try to reach agreement on issues connected to their divorce or separation. The Family Mediation Council, or FMC, is the umbrella organisation which oversees family mediation services in England and Wales. It's made up of up to 5 autonomous members: the College of Mediators, the Law Society, the Family Mediators Association, National Family Mediation and Resolution, who all work together in one unified body. As a unified body, the Council represents and informs the views of its professional members and practitioners, promotes the practice of family mediation in the UK and employs its status to make relevant representations to government and other national interests. The organisation aims to ensure best practice in family mediation across England and Wales and to standardise professional practice. This ensures members of the public who access family mediation services can do so in the knowledge that they will receive mediation from qualified practitioners who meet the professional standards of the organisation. The FMC also aims to promote, develop and provide professional training, develop and promote research whilst providing advice and information on all areas of family mediation. As part of the Family Mediation Council's commitment to ensuring high standards of family mediation, it has developed a code of practice for all its registered members. All mediation practitioners registered with the FMC are obliged to subscribe to this code of practice. The code details is a set of aims and objectives for mediation, incorporating levels of expected professional conduct, qualifications, training that mediators must undertake. It also includes the scope and general principles of family mediation, covering issues such as neutrality, impartiality, and the welfare of children. And the next few slides, we're going to go through what is mediation, how it works, who are the mediators, and how to refer to mediation. Family mediation or family mediators know that communicating after a separation is tough. So they are skilled at helping people work through issues they have to consider. These include emotional, practical, legal, financial, and technical things. Mediators are highly skilled at helping when feelings are running high at a time when cooperation is the last thing somebody expects from their ex. The agenda can be anything that they both agree to discuss and mediate, but typical issues discussed in family mediation can include parenting issues such as when and where the children will spend time with each of them, helping grandparents keep in contact with their grandchildren, agreeing child maintenance and support payments, arrangements for school holidays and key events such as Christmas, birthdays, etc. Any other issues they wish to agree on, such as schooling, holidays, relocation, change of name, introducing new partners. Child inclusive mediation is also available to ensure where suitable, the children involved have their voices heard. We also cover finance and property issues. These will include how their assets will be divided, what happens to your family home, including who will move out and when, support payments to be made, division of pensions and investments, spousal maintenance, and any upcoming bills that need to be settled. We're just going to run through a short video, which I'm hoping will work, but bear with me 1 second.
Bob and Joan, who have 2 children, Amy and Gudrun, are separating. Over the last 30 years, mediation has been increasingly recognised and used as a way of settling legal family disputes in the case of divorce and separation. The first step is the Mediation Information and Assessment Meeting.
The MIAM, the Mediation Information and Assessment Meeting, is a meeting in which the mediator gives a potential client full information about mediation so they can make an informed decision as to whether or not it's for them. If mediation does take place because all 3 of us think it's a good idea, I make no further decisions or remaining decisions of you. Decide what's on your agenda, what you want to talk about, and you make your own decisions. This whole process is to empower you and her to make decisions that will affect the rest of your lives.
She wanted to start mediation. She wanted to come to mediation as an option because we're a little bit stuck where we are at the moment. She wants me to move out of the house.
How do you feel about that?
Well, not that happy. Also, that financially we can't afford to have 2 households, which is practically what it will be. And I'm also concerned about what that means for the children.
What do you think Amy and Gudrun know about what's going on?
The mediator talks to the parties separately and in confidence. They're okay. I mean, I haven't noticed any behavioural issues. I think they're both fine, but I'm sure they would be if I have to move out of the house. So I'm a little bit reticent about doing exactly what Jane wants me to do. How we're going to afford it as well.
You're concerned about having to keep 2 households going, but isn't that where divorce is going to take you anyway?
During the MIAM, the mediator also assesses the parties' ability to mediate and to ensure parties feel that mediation is the right course for all of them.
My role in that meeting is to make sure the mediation is genuinely appropriate to the 2 people. It's very important that each person feels able to speak for themselves without fear of any form of repercussion, that they're able to speak in a clear way and represent their interests. If you came to mediation, you'd be coming here and maybe saying things that Bob would like to hear or Bob doesn't agree with, but then you'd be going home to the same address. Would you feel safe coming here and offering opinions which are different to his?
I'm trying to do that already, but he's not listening. So I want some sort of forum where I can actually say things to him and he's going to have to listen.
Things that we're quite good at doing is getting people to speak. They're reluctant to speak at home, so I think that we'll be able to do that. So the question to you is, would you like to say now whether or not you'd like to proceed? What's your opinion?
It sounds like it could work for us, so I'm willing to go.
Okay, well, we'll get a date put in the diary, and I look forward to meeting you both. Mediation is a conversation between the 2 of you about decisions you need to make for your 2 selves and your 2 children.
So, once the decision to go into mediation has been made, what can mediation actually achieve?
Mediation is a facilitation process where the people self-determine, make their own decisions about their future. Financial settlement, we have asset division, and we have support maintenance. Part of that will obviously be where you are each going to live and where the children are going to live.
I didn't say you couldn't see them. I said you're going to live with me. Try listening to what I'm saying.
It's with you in the house.
Yeah, of course.
It's evident from what you're both saying that you may have differences of opinion. That's fine. You need to explore parenting arrangements in a way which, at the end of the process, going to be something that will work not just for the 2 of you, but also for the children. So let me list parenting arrangements.
I am their main parent. That's the point I'd like to make. Have been since they've evolved.
Right, Joe. Yeah. But then we're going to have separate houses.
Yes.
How are we going to afford that?
It may be that clients come in solely focused on arrangements for children. But it quickly becomes clear that finances are inextricably linked to that concern.
He's got to be a bit honest about how much money you've actually got.
I could ask you to pause for a second. All of this will be gone into in the disclosure section. The mediators are skilled at resolving disputes and managing the legal, emotional, and financial maze that family breakdown creates, always endeavouring to keep discussions clearly future-focused. Let me start by asking you, Joe, where you got to, what you discovered, and what you'd like to propose.
Right. I have thought about increasing my part-time hours, but to be totally honest, I really don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair with the children, and I especially don't think it's fair on contributing to my youngest.
You're quite right, that's £30,000.
25?
25 would be better, yeah.
Because in 5 years' time, you won't be paying me. So I don't plan you're paying £750 a month because I intend to increase my hours then.
After a 20-minute discussion, Bob and Joan are finally able to agree a financial settlement that is best for all concerned, with, of course, the children's welfare as paramount, now and into the future. Right, so 37,500. Over there.
I was very much focused on what had happened in the past. I get a sense looking back now that I wasn't focusing on the future. I was trying to sort of score points on how we were. But actually, we did. The mediator pulls us around in a way to look at the future in a positive light. It's helped a lot.
If I'm honest, it was tough. Yeah, it was tough. I didn't find it difficult. But having said that, it was worth it. Because we worked out how this was going to work for both of us, and we agreed to it. And at the end of the day, I think we have found solutions that will work for both of us, both Bob and myself, and also for our children most of the time.
So as you can see from the video, it gives you a brief insight into what would happen during a session. So the start of the process, as in the video, is a MIAM, the Mediation Information and Assessment meeting. This is a private and confidential meeting between one client and the mediator. It is the opportunity for the parent to explain what has happened and the situation they currently find themselves in. At this meeting, where the mediator will explain the process of mediation, the benefits of mediation, and discuss other appropriate forms of dispute resolution. The parent, if required, will be assessed for legal aid and or be informed of the likely cost of mediation going forward. The mediator will talk through any worries or concerns they may have about the process and what happens next. The mediator will also discuss any safeguarding issues and determine if mediation is suitable to move forward. On this slide, you can see comments that have been received from parents that have used mediation. Decisions made at the start of each session is an agenda which will be agreed. Any decisions made will be noted by the mediator, and each client will receive a written summary of those. They will also be given any proposals that have yet to be agreed and any actions that need to follow. It means they don't need to take notes. Instead, they can concentrate on the discussion and create their own solutions for their separating needs. If full agreement is reached, the mediator will produce a memorandum of understanding, and this can be used, if needed, to be sent to a solicitor when making an application for a consent order. What a mediator's role is. The mediator's job is to make parents aware of the things they each need to do to achieve a legal separation. So they help parents gather the information, facilitate the discussion, and help them develop options and solutions. Think of the mediator as the chair of the meeting, guiding people through their agenda. The mediator ensures each can express and spell out their thoughts and suggestions without interpretation. The mediator is there to help the discussion. The mediator ensures each person has time and space to put their views across, and they keep the discussion productive and safe. Family mediators do not express a point of view or make a value judgment. Their expertise and experience allows them to give information to help parents understand the legal and financial issues involved. They can guide parents to be best legal solution in their case. Mediators are able to draw on their experience of what other people have done in similar circumstances. They help parents look at the pros and cons of any particular course of action. To become a family mediator, the first thing people must undertake is a Family Mediation Council approved training course. This is called the FMT, and it lasts over a course of 3 months. The newly trained then register with the FMC as a trainee. They then work towards accreditation by co-working and observing mediation cases. And finally, they submit a portfolio to achieve accreditation before they can be called an accredited mediator, an FMCA. Ongoing training, they need to maintain accreditation for FMCA is to go through a 3-year cycle of reaccreditation. They have to conduct a minimum number of cases each year. They must be in receipt of supervision by a PPC, which is a practicing consultant, and they must undertake an amount of CPD per year. Where to find a mediator? The best place to find a mediator is to go to the Family Mediation Council website to find your local mediator, and then you can put in a variety of different details on what you require, such as child inclusive mediation, must be able to sign a court forms, etc. There is a number of ways to pay for mediation. So legal aid is available for family mediation. For those eligible, mediation is free of charge in its entirety, with the added benefit of non-eligible people being able to attend a MIAM and receive 1 session of mediation free if one party is eligible for legal aid. Legal aid is means tested and is can only be provided by a contracted provider. Again, you need to check the FMC Find a Mediator search to ensure that the person that you're referring to holds a legal aid contract. For non-eligible clients, private fees apply, and you must always check with the provider via the FMC to check their fees and before committing to a service. The Ministry of Justice voucher scheme was launched in April 2021, and this was a resounding success. It's available to any parent or grandparent with a dispute where child arrangements are the issue. The voucher is not means tested. There are over 22,000 families have used the voucher since it started in 2021, with over 1,000 mediators signing up to the scheme, with over 60% of those cases reaching full or partial agreement, helping to alleviate the pressure in the family courts. This now has been extended to March 2025. Any referral route can access the voucher, so whether it's self-referred, court-referred, or via CAFCASS. This provides up to £500 to each family for mediation. Some of the myths of mediation. When people get to court, it's too late. This simply is not the case. Mediation can run alongside the court applications, and with the changes to the family procedure rules that have recently been published and come into force in April, it encourages judges to refer parents at any point in the process to alternative dispute resolution, making it even more of a myth. They must be in the same room. Clients don't have to be in the same room or on screen together when mediation is held online. The shuttle process is available. This is where each parent will be in a separate room and the mediator will shuttle between them, so they don't have to see or hear the other person. This is mostly used when domestic violence has been involved, but the parent still wishes to be able to come to agreement for the sake of the children. It only works if they're in agreement. It's true that mediation can be a much seamless process for those parents that are in agreement. However, we all know that those couples make up a very small percentage of cases. The mediators are skilled at dealing with warring parents, and they know how to help focus and to deal with the situations they are currently in. Domestic violence cases, they can be seen in mediation as long as the parent is willing and the mediator is confident that they are able to participate safely. This would have been discussed in the MIAM and the option for shuttle given. We are not about getting people back together. We are about helping people be able to move forward and create a new normal. Thank you very much for listening, and we have time for any questions you may have.
Thanks, Sarah. We do have a few questions in the Q&A. A couple of them actually you have answered already, so I won't repeat those. We have one regarding the voucher scheme. Do they have to attend an initial MIAM, which they pay for if not legally aided, before starting the mediation sessions?
Yes, they do. In all cases of mediation, you must attend a MIAM.
Thank you. Another one here, and by all means, please add any questions you may have to the Q&A. In the absence of safeguarding issues, but where parents aren't even speaking to each other, could mediation work?
It certainly can, and that's usually when mediation comes into one of its strongest points, because they have the opportunity to discuss their situation at a MIAM separately. It gives parents the opportunity to feel like they've been listened to, and that's when you bring them into a session, and then you can start this first session talking about the issues that you have and agree. And as much mediation is about communication as it is about actually becoming to an agreement. So it can certainly help.
Thank you. And what's the success rate of mediation? That's an interesting one.
So at NFM, we have a 78% success rate of our cases.
Thank you. Oh, another one here regarding child inclusive mediation. I think a worry for the court is that it is confidential, so worry how they will find out what was expressed in regards to wishes and feelings. I think this is why the court sometimes prefer further reports from CAFCASS or Children's Services. Yeah,
I do agree. I think the process within mediation is ensuring that children get heard, but it's the process of how that gets fed back to the court is not necessarily been looked at properly. And then hopefully with the changes within court, if they may make some changes, that we could do a brief report. And I know a couple of mediation providers do an autonomized report, but that is an issue for mediators as well as the courts.
Okay. Another one's just appeared. What qualifications do you need to become a family mediator? Do you have to be a qualified social worker?
You do not have to be a qualified social worker. You do need a degree level entry to be able to start the FMT, the family mediation training. So you do need to be at a higher education level, but you certainly don't need to be a social worker.
Okay. Do we have any more questions? I'm not sure we do. If anyone does have any questions that they would like to put to us, you can contact us at the FMC, or Sarah's put the web address for the NFM as well. And we will be posting the video from the session on the website probably next week, I think.
Okay, lovely. And thank you very much again for your time. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.
Thank you.